was looking like a replay. So we're back. Hopefully, let me see if it's good on the computer.
I actually think that demonic restraint card is actually kind of decent for Broly. Because thinking about it now, and I watched Joey's video about it today, about that Paragus, the promo from Broly VR. It said you choose a green card in general from the battle area.
Alright, fam, this is what we're going to do. We're going to go to the... I'm just going to go live on the main Facebook page. And tomorrow I'm just going to have to sit down and watch how to master Twitch. Because this is really annoying now. So, yeah. Alright, fam, so stay tuned. Let's go to the... Check us out right now. I'm just going to transfer over to the Dragon Ball... The main Dragon Ball discussion group. Because I don't know what it is, but I have to learn how to use Twitch. Because this thing keeps going out. And I know as me, it's annoying. So I know for a fact you guys are viewing, it's super annoying. So be sure to just tune out. I don't know. Should we stay here? It's up to you guys. I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. We go on the Facebook page or on Twitch.
Okay. Yeah.
As long,
All right.
as long as we're working, it's all good.
Yeah. I mean, it's fine right now. But if it dies again, I'll just move it to the Facebook group, I guess. So let me see. We're talking about Frieza, right? All right. So the Frieza. If you have a deck that can literally just go tall and smack them, they're gonna be forced to take damage. I would not say Frieza's overhyped. I would say people are really not appreciating the value. It's like Vegeta, right? When you have things that are free, it's hard to measure on paper. For instance, you have to realize on the backs, before you even hit the backside, they draw an attack. They can draw 1, 2, 3. They can draw four cards on literally unawakened because the U9 assemble will draw you 2. You'll take a life, which is 3, and you attack. That's 4 cards. There's stuff like that you can't really measure on paper, right? On the back side, I believe when you use an extra card, it's just like Gotenks, where if they use an extra card, it's literally they rest something, and if they rest something and they catch you at the right time, you literally will run right into a Bergamo and just gonna rest 2 more things. So to say that Frieza is overhyped, I would counter that when saying people are not hyping up enough. I see all these other decks. I don't see people like making Frieza memes like, oh, Frieza's gonna take over the format. When Vegeta was gonna take over the format, you saw those memes. Oh my goodness, Bandai messed up with Vegeta. Red Broly came out. You saw those memes. Bandai messed up with Red Broly. There's not really those things with Mecha Frieza. I don't think Mecha Frieza got the respect that it deserves, honestly. But you guys will see, because if you put a deck that says, once again, free in a top competitor's hands, you guys are going to see results. Like, it's just bound to happen. So I would put respect on his name. I don't care because they can't stop an onslaught of 30Ks, but that's just me. Unless you're playing something like that, I would really respect that deck because you will get clapped. Not to mention, yes, you're going to say they have 1 cold bloodlust, but you just got to realize they have Final Flash. So you can never kill them with a battle card that's like double strike or higher. Because if you do that, you're going in for it. They just Final Flash you for free. And now it's a single strike guy. So you guys got to be very, very, very careful going against Mega Freeze. This is a tricky deck, bro. That's all I can say on that. You guys want to put anything for Mega Frieza?
No, like I said, I just think it's a deck that definitely I wouldn't consider just hyped.
Yeah.
Because of the utility that it has access to out of all the sets that we've been given. Mm-hmm. Plus, a lot of the draft box cards that it can work with are going to be really, really gross.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just think that like the past draft box with Tyrannical Blow, that's probably like one of another cards that'll be really good.
Yeah.
And Mecha Frieza is probably just gonna be the like try and control Red Broly, in my opinion.
Yeah, with giant balls, they played a 1-drop. You rest it, you just swing and you attack it before they're awakened. There's only so many times you can do that and just take a life knowing it's gonna die. So that's rough.
Yeah, but I think it really just depends on how you see the matchup. Because honestly, like looking at that deck, man, having access to a turn 2 unison with free extra cards,
yes,
means that you can access the
free extra cards and free unisons.
That's a blocker and a rester. Like. Yeah. You're not doing any damage to Frieza in that respect.
Unison also, like, I don't know if it's going to matter much with the Rejuvenate, but, like, being able to refill your life.
Get your life back,
really good with that later.
Facts. Yeah, I'm
not... It definitely will once you awaken. Once you hit 4 and you're able to rejuve up back over 4, like, you're
gonna be
able to
problematic.
play free cards during your opponent's turn,
Yeah.
so it's gonna be really
Exactly, because I'm pretty sure on the backside it loses the clause that says you can't use an extra card more than once per turn. So I think that's only on the front side, right? You use the extra card once per turn on your front side, but on the back side it's unlimited. So if you're able to find an efficient way to put life back in your life area, it's gonna add up really quick, considering the fact that you can use infinite extra cards for free. I don't know, man. That's really powerful to me. So hope we answer that question.
Yeah, looking at the card now, it's not once per turn. Only the front is.
Yeah. So let me see. Yeah, the stream was cutting out. Hopefully it's fixed now. Hopefully. I see we have a couple of viewers in here, so I'm gonna take it and say that it's working good. And let's see what we have here. Oh yeah, he was listening to extra cards. They have Bloodlust, Final Flash, Tyrannical Blow, Planet Vegeta, Nimbus. Yeah, that's another thing. Thank you for saying that. I'll give you free chicken right here. This is right here, some player insight that you guys gotta know. Next set, the biggest thing with it, a lot of the new decks, right? They don't, you know how Dragon Ball, the old saying was, you have more cards you win because cards are your resources. But, okay, cool. I thought the stream was dying. But now with this new set coming on, what happens is, the resources, instead of you drawing them, you start playing them, right? So, in a case where you start playing cards for free, there's always one card that stands out in my opinion, and that's Black Mass Saiyan. Now, the thing with Mecha Frieza, you're guaranteed, you're not play 8 copies of Black Mass Saiyan, which is damn near after Mulligan, almost guaranteed that you're going to see it against a deck like, King Piccolo that spams all the 15Ks or lower, the launch that spams them off autos for free. Because now with Mega Frieza, you can literally Planet Vegeta on turn 1, take a life, and literally just play the Black Mass Saiyan off that energy, because the Mega Frieza used the Planet Vegeta for free. So now you still have that one energy. And you can literally do it again next turn. So if you're going against, let's say, I don't know, Red Broly, where you don't have Piccolo Unison, you can just wait and say, okay, cool. You'll tap, you'll grab your Black Mass Saiyan, and then next turn, you just drop double Black Mass Saiyan. It's like, okay, you can only deal with one at a time. So, I don't know, man. From there, it gets rough as a player. It really does. Like, I honestly don't think players understand it. It's free value. I can't express it enough. Free value in this game equals wins. Like, you not having to properly play something or properly draw, it just equals wins. Like, that's all I can keep saying. You guys didn't believe me for Jax. We showed you time after time again. Frieza's the next deck that's literally just free value, like emphasis on free.
Especially having access to cards like Giant Ball, like
yes.
being able to take a life and draw a card and rest something.
Yeah. And then follow it up with a Bergamo to rest 2 more things. Like, I honestly, and a leader that rests something else because they use an extra card. I don't think players understand like the value Frieza dishes out. But when tournaments happen, starting in 2 weeks, when the set is legal, you guys will see. Just please listen to this video, take it in, take it in, and then let it out. And then know that if you thought Vegeta was bad, this is even worse. Imagine if Vegeta had extra cards that are literally defensive. That's the best way to do it. If Vegeta had reactive defensive cards, the reactive defensive extra cards, that's the best way to do it. So, yeah, you guys will see. Like, it's a really, really good deck. But that's Mega Frieza for you. Hopefully I answered that question.
He said the one time that free value is the best value.
Yeah. I'm telling you. There's no beating that. So what else do we have in here? Do you guys have anything you want to discuss for the next upcoming set?
I only think the only package that's coming out in the next set that's going to be relevant is the Janemba one. Most of the decks I think are lackluster. I think Launch is actually kind of decent with its draw ability, but that's about it. Pycon I don't see being decent.
What does Pycon do?
Yeah, unfortunately for me, Blue doesn't really have as much as
What does Pycon do?
The Geneva package is really cute, I think, with the Soul Striker leader, just because it's the leader that kind of gives you the most energy to pretty much play that package with. But
Janemba with Shinron leader.
What's that?
Janemba with Shinron leader.
Yeah, even then, Janemba with Shinron leader.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of things you can do with the little Janemba package, which is nice. But I don't know. outside of that, like all the Pycon stuff doesn't really seem. I don't like it. Like even the Gogeta doesn't have deflect or barrier, which is not good, honestly. Like and then in a format like this where counterplays are free, you can't exhaust resources like that. Even though it's really not hard to build up to them, I mean, you can literally do it off the Pycon, the 3-drop Pycon, and it's pretty cheap. But still, the idea that you still use resources to play a card for it to get countered is just not worth it.
So the Pycon deck is about like stacking the deck. The whole engine to get advantage, and so like intersecting fates is probably the only card that's going to matter to them. And I don't know. I like the Gogeta. It's a little bit more fair than what Gogeta 7 was, but they just need to print more like stuff that has deflect that's higher costs like that. Because like that Gogeta, I'm not gonna lie, that Gogeta's really fire. But if it doesn't have deflect, it doesn't matter.
Nah, deflect or barrier just makes that card super irrelevant.
Yeah. We have a question that says, what's everyone's views on the Gogeta Zeno? So, funny thing that you mentioned, all right? I was actually looking at it yesterday. Before I went to locals, I was playtesting. And I was looking for this new cards I could just take it in Dark Broly just to catch people off surprise. I found it. But that's not the I'm talking about. Before I found it, I ran into that Gogeta deck. I'm going to tell you what, guys. I threw it off at first. So I said, hey, you're going to deck out playing this deck. Because literally, you warp 5, and then there's no way to get those cards back, right? It's just next to impossible. So after, 4 turns, you just kill yourself. And I actually read those cards. And when I say in this game, reading is power, dude, I think let's just say don't sleep on Gogeta. That's all I'm going to say. That Gogeta leader, it's not so much to the leader as the cards itself. I didn't realize that deck is literally, I think Bandai just tried to make a black anti-meta deck. The only issue I have with it is it's anti-meta, but Dark Broly is a bigger anti-meta deck. And like if Mecha, I'm not gonna lie, if Mecha right now wasn't coming out, I would have looked at it. The only reason why I'm gonna shy away from the Gogeta engine is because when you hit Mecha, like I said, the way to get it, you have to hit them big. Because if you hit them small, for instance, this is just a simple play of Mecha freezes. Do not fall into this. If it's anything that's 25, even if it's anything that's 30, you're going to get smoked. If it's anything, let me see. The safe number for Mecha, in my opinion, you have to hit 40. Because if you hit anything that's 35 or less, you fall susceptible to the Zamasu super combo, which is going to rest your guy. Followed by the Beerus super combo. Beerus 5-drop, which is going to rest 2 more of your guys. Followed by an onslaught of shenanigans, because he still has to use an extra card to get, it's going to get rough for you. So, that Gogeta Black, it's lit with the utility cards that it has. I just have to toy around with it some more to see if it's viable. But if it is viable, I'll hook you guys up with some deck lists because I'm not gonna lie, it has a lot of. It answers every single there's not a deck you can just play and says, oh, I'm gonna have a bad matchup. I didn't realize each one of those individual cards answers the meta, dude. Outside of reading it, I'm like, that's interesting. And I read the next one, I'm like, ooh, that's what this one was missing. And I read the next one, I'm like, oh, that's what these two are missing. And I started putting the dots together. I'm like, oh damn, what the hell? This is literally an anti-meta deck, just slapped together. You grab whatever pieces, once the first thing you guys do, right? You plop down your leaders, okay, cool. I need to see these guys in my opening hands. If he's summoning something that's bigger than 15 or something that's bigger than his energy, I need to hold on to this because this guy's gonna get an attack boost and clap him. That deck is gonna be a sleeper in my opinion because a lot of people, like I said, including myself up until yesterday, don't read. But if you guys read those individual cards, I'm telling you, it's a lot of goodies. A lot of goodies, bro, in that deck. A lot of goodies. What else do we have for questions? You guys can take it. I'm gonna read these questions.
So the Gogeta engine, the Goheng engine that's supposed to go with that deck, I think if you put it in Vegex, you now make another deck that's really good, with the Vegex leader. The Goheng's engine, the part that gets me about that thing is that the Gohan and the Trunks for that, they go back into the deck when they're sent to warp off of Union Fusion, so it makes to where Vegex won't deck out anyways. So that engine is probably something to look out for, first turn with just the Gohanks engine.
That's interesting. I haven't played with that engine. Like I said, I just started reading that black stuff for the first time. Because the only thing I was really worried about, it's not even black. It was, there's one black card that I have, but it was red, which is the new Broly. I'm like, oof, thank you for this edition, because that was much needed. So, yeah, that stuff right there is going to be a secret. My opinion, that's going to be the sleeper of the format, because you have people focusing on Mecha, Red Broly, Dark Broly, all this other stuff. No one's talking about what's his name? Gogeta or Gotenks? It's Gogeta, right? Yeah, Gogeta Zeno. Yeah, no one's talking about that deck whatsoever. So that's gonna be a sleeper. I'm telling you right now. I wouldn't be surprised to see it in top cut. Because if somehow you avoid playing Mecha, it's gonna be hard. But if you do, or even if you find a way, you don't even have to avoid it. Because just reading it, even if you were to find a way to just have your deck mitigate you facing Mecha, it's going to be really, really good. What's wrong, Wes? Come here. What's wrong? You okay? What's wrong? Yeah? What are your thoughts on that? Let me see. What we got over here? We are 1 week away from the new set and haven't seen the new Frieza being played anywhere. Yeah, that's why it's not out yet, but you will see it. What's everyone?
I think one of the things that is actually steering people away from playing Mecha Frieza is that because there's so many cards that are available to play, people are really afraid to sit there and try to make up a build. Because like I said, you have access to such a large pool of cards that a lot of people are looking for like a cookie cutter, like everyone should be playing this, everyone should be playing that,
it's far. It's like what Pig just said. It's far from cookie cutter. The only decks, in my opinion, that you'll see have the same list for running Mecha Frieza is probably because they're on the same team and they're just running the same list with the minor changes. But Mecha Frieza is just open. But you know what else is open? When you have 2 energy, Mecha Rivera. Yee. But yeah, Mecha. I ain't gonna lie. Going against Mecha Frieza, if you really, really, really don't want to get blown out by Bergamo, it's called Bergamo, I guess, or whatever his name. I gotta find his character name. I'm gonna put this in here. When you use Mecha Rivera, please. Yeah, is it Bergamo? That's the character name.
Yeah.
I'm still gonna double check and look, because if it says Bergamo with something at the end, Nick, I'm gonna come back and kill you, bro. Because you have to name the exact character name.
It's just Bergamo.
Okay,
it's
perfect.
Just Bergamo and the character.
Yeah, I don't own that card. It's too expensive.
I can't remember. I can't imagine it not being just Bergamo. Yeah, look at it right now. They're all Bergamo.
They're all Bergamo? Okay.
Yeah.
The only ones that are like that are the actual Mark of the Wolves card, I think.
Okay. Sounds good. I was reading something. My son came in. It said, what's everyone's view on Gogeta Zeno still going with the Vegeks over it? Me personally, I won't give up my Vegeks list because I'm not gonna lie, Dark Broly's kind of keeping me from playing it. But if I know for a fact I will be playing Dark Broly, I'll put it out. But I don't know if I can tell you guys yet. Because it's gonna be
I'm gonna tell you now, this was a deck back when Vermilion Bloodline first came out, but it's the Gogeta engine in Bulma. And I'm telling you right now.
Oh yeah.
The Gogeta engine clears so much.
It clears all the BS
that's in this meta.
And you literally you have to use like a max power because it can't be KO'd, so you have to essentially warp it.
And then you match it with the Jiren Unison.
Yeah. Oh, you're not getting over that at all. That's pretty much lockdown. Yeah.
That's a lockdown. You can kill an SCR with just using the 5-drop Gogeta and then the Jiren ult.
Yes, I can. He said, what are the chase cards and the TPs? Andrew answered this yesterday. I think it was, what did he say, black? We had this in the team chat yesterday. Like, I think 2 days ago, chase cards and the TPs. He said something is dead. So I asked him, I'm like, all right, what's the point of having TPs illegal? Like, is there going to be a deck that's just dead? He told me there's a deck. I want to say it was black. That he said you can't play without the TPs. I'm not. Figs, you remember what he said?
There's Python from the new one.
You're talking about the Black Man Sand?
I'm not sure. I don't know the TPs. Like I said, I saw no Dark Brothers on the TPs. I'm like, well, this is not my business, bro. It's you guys' business. But it was something specific. He was like, there's a deck that's actually, it's like the Broly case all over again, where Broly was the best deck, but if you don't have access to the TPs, you couldn't play it. He said it's a scenario like that where if TPs aren't legal, you can't play that deck.
Python has a TP that's like a negate.
I don't think he was talking about Python, bro. I'm telling you, Blue is not. When people talk about Blue, I say, listen, without disrespect, I'm not gonna listen because Blue is not. I'm telling you, I'm not trying to sound mean or disrespectful. I'm literally telling you, I'm being honest. It's too many bad matchups against Blue, dude. Like, it's rough. It's rough, bro. I'm telling you, it's rough. It's a rough, man.
I wouldn't say Blue has too many bad matchups. I think that you have to be skilled in just the black matchup.
Yes,
because,
but my thing is, right?
The thing is, right now, the black matchup is like a 50-50. You win against the aggro black matchups, but you have a hard time with Dark Brownie. And any other control, like, tempo-based black deck, because those 30Ks, they swing hard.
Exactly, man. And if you and it's not like you could just Zamasu it, because like you would literally have to waste a Zamasu plus, because the safe number when you're awakening is 35. You would literally have to waste like 2 Zamasus and something else, or just waste 1 Zamasu and still take the damage. It's like, oh man, that feels so bad, bro. Like that feels bad.
Yeah, so I mean, I definitely wouldn't steer people away from playing Blue. I think that the hardest matchup that you really have to see the best opening hand possible for is Red Brownie. Otherwise, every other matchup is going to be contingent on comfort and whether or not you're able to, play against those the other matchups. Because like I said, VJX is free for Blue. That's 100% free.
I wouldn't say free. You just gotta catch those trunks over on bit. Because if you don't, you about to catch that quick LB against Blue.
Well, they gone now, so we ain't got nothing to worry about.
I don't know. I learned a new way. Let me not go there. Never mind. But yeah.
He's not gonna spoil the spice.
We will.
Bro, when I was up against Dark Broly with Baby, like, that was the freest of matches.
And speaking of Baby, I'm not gonna lie to you. No, it wasn't. I played a Baby in a tournament. This guy played correctly. I forgot. I think he was a field spell, and he searched a Baby secret rare. And I looked at my hand. I'm like, oh, this is kind of rough. I drew return. I drew the Mecca Cabrera. I'm like, thank you, God. I called Baby Hatchcrax 8-drop, dude. Bro, he had to go on. Like I can say, he did not misplay. I just had all the pieces in my hand. He used the Gohan again because he literally has to do that. He can't use the Baby secret rare. I had the super coming. I'm like, thank you, God. He's tapped out. So I attack again. He uses D-Manager. I'm like, okay, thank you. Because technically the attack just went through. And I attack again, going for a game. He uses another Gohan. I have another super Kamehameha. I'm like, thank you, Jesus, this deck is titty free. And that's my example when I say when you can play things for free, it's just insane. Because if I had to literally hard cast cards in order to play my Dark Brolys, I would have to start taking life and start killing myself. The fact was, every single time I had something on board, it was free. So instead of taking life, I just tap for energy. Because worst case scenario, if it went to his turn and I was able to kill him, I was 100% going to die off the crackback. So things that are free, I don't think Blue doesn't have a free deck, does it? Like, everything is just value town?
Yeah, unfortunately, there's not a lot of...
It was Blue. The only thing that was value town was literally Blue Baby. That's it. Because it says, how much play does your turn is over. Yeah, your turn was literally over. That's the thing. Not to discredit Blue players, it's like, you guys are playing... This is what I mean by when I say steer away from Blue. I'm not trying to say Blue players don't have polish or any of that stuff. My thing is, Blue players have to play the game fairly. Why would you want to play something fairly when you know your opponent's playing a deck that's not fair? That's like, why? Because off rip, I don't care how good you are. Like, you can be the best player in the world. If you're going against something that rips your hand, because that's your weakness, while you're playing fair, it's like, bro, you already can't misplay. Like, not at all. And you have to see certain cards to win. Why are you trying to fight an uphill battle? That's what I was trying to tell you, Figs. I'm like, Creeks, you're a great player. I guarantee it to you, Figs. You pick up Dark Broly, you're winning the tournament, bro. Because you're a great player. But when you play Blue, when you say you're playing Blue Vegito, I'm like, Figs, you're still gonna get there, but it's gonna be rough, bro. Like rough, man.
I don't mind it though, because even then, when I played the Dark Broly matchup in the tournament, I won game 1, and that was literally just because of the fact that I seen 2 apes. I seen 2 apes, and every time for every turn he was going in on my hand, he was giving me a card on the swing, and then I was getting a card off the apes on the next turn. And then once I was able to get my 5-drop ape, like, you just lose. At that point, Dark Broly, as soon as you tap out for a negate, you just lose to the 5-drop ape. You can't do anything against the counter. So you literally just lose to that on that turn. But after that, when I say this man drew the God hand. This man's seen 3 super combos and 2 double strikes by turn 3, 2 games in a row.
I said
2 games in a row. Seen
Dark Broly
3 super combos, and bro, I was so upset.
That's Dark Broly for you.
I didn't even see a blocker the second game. The second game, I didn't see a blocker, bro. I was dead. Like when I say I was dead, like I was dead.
Oh, I'm done.
It was rough.
Nah.
But it's like I said, it's doable. I just think that it just takes experience. I mean, at the end of the day, I mean, obviously a lot of those kind of matchups do, especially when you're playing against decks that have a lot more to give. But to be fair, like I said, Bandai will go through the ringer again. We already know it. Like I said, they give a bunch of really good support to blue. Then they turn around and give some really good stuff to black. Now they're gonna go back again in the next couple sets, give us some more stuff for blue. And then people gonna be like, damn, why is blue getting all this support again?
Yeah, I think you guys actually honestly need it because
Talk about that Go Tanks that's coming out for blue.
there's a Go
like
Tanks. The 4-drop. You see yourself? Look,
I mean, it's just another. If you want to replace a Booney card, like that's all it literally is. And unfortunately, it doesn't play any cheaper. It doesn't actually like it. If there was something freer about it or cheaper about it, then I would give it a little bit more praise. But again, it's just one of those cards where it's like, all right, well, we're gonna replace a Booney with this or what? That's it, literally.
Facts. My
Because to
bad.
be fair, I mean, against blue, you don't want to play counters anyways. So it's like, because you know they play Golden Ape.
Yeah.
So it's like, do you really like counter anyways to let them get the effect off? Because like you're gonna die at that point. So it's like if you have to counter at that point, like you're already dead anyways. You shouldn't. Like it's just one of those cards that just, I don't know. It's a good card, nice utility for a 4-drop, has a good effect, but I wouldn't replace it for a Booney.
No, I'm sitting here trying to catch up on some comments. Bro, the Trunks and Gohan remove Unison drop. Yeah, it's free play. Like I said, it's literally free plays like that keeps things alive. Haven't seen the new Frieza being played.
Yeah, he was talking about a Frieza card because we were talking about the Mecha Leader. He was talking about a Frieza card, but the only Frieza card
I think he's talking about the 5-drop. The deflect one.
Divine Transformation.
I'm not sure. I know there's a 5-drop that when I first looked at it, I'm like, this card is titty. And like, I don't know. Like I said, I don't really focus on things like that. But if it's a U7, I would literally look at playing the U7 Frieza and filter through your deck to see if it could play.
It's not a U7, but it says the first effect requires a yellow leader. He said he was playing a Pycon though. But
Okay. Gotcha.
The second effect doesn't require a yellow leader though. It says when your opponent activates a counter attack,
It restands or something?
2 of their cards, push them to rest mode, and they can't switch them back on their.
That's a card that says Shenron, to be honest.
Yeah. It says, alright, I'm catching up right now. I beat 2 Dark Brolys during webcam tourney playing Blue Baby. Yeah, like I said, right now, currently, that matchup, right, for Dark Broly, it's a pain in the ass to try to face Blue Baby and Red Bulma. But come set 12, it's the easiest thing ever. We have an answer for you. Like, every time you do it, you're going to warp it. Not only are you going to warp a card for each counter you play, you're going to warp one for each 1-drop I put on the field. To top it off, I'm still going to swing. Like, he negated me. Even though I didn't have the Super Kamehameha, I still swung and bottom at the card because, dude, me bottom decking the card is not equivalent if you taking a damage. I'm swinging at a 30K. So if you go on me, all right, bottom decker card, cool. I'll swing 4 times the bottom decker card, dude. I don't need cards. It's a 30K base. Like, that in itself is a skill. I really don't think people realize that. Me saying attack, you say no negate, and I say that's it. That's a skill. Be like, that's 30K of damage that you got to stop. And there's only so many times you can take damage, and it's like, oh, damn, now you actually have to combo. So all those cards I just gave you, I'm taking them right back. It's that simple. But right now, I agree with you. Webcam tourneys, if you play Blue Baby or you play Red Bulma, it is a pain. Because unless you're wise enough to realize that's your bad matchups, there's 2 things that can stop it. For Red Bulma, there's 2 things. For Blue Baby, there's only one. It's only Super Kamehameha. You can't let that game last long enough, because if you do, they're going to kill you. If you let Android 17 hits the board, it's done. Like, it shuffles your drop, too, doesn't it? Android 17 turning the tide?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's game over. You can't let them stall you. It's game over because they're gonna try to floodgate negate you. There's only so many times you can bottom deck a card from your hand. You're gonna have to put in your Super Kamehamehas in order to win that game. But if you don't have those, you're gonna get floodgated and you're just gonna get destroyed. And also for Red Bulma, it's the same thing. Right now, you have the Super Kamehamehas and the Dark Power Black Mass Saiyans. It's game 1. The only thing you're really scared of is Topo. Like, you need your hand. You start calling Topo and you start, okay, cool. swing through blockers, swing through blockers, swing through blockers. Only so many times you can do that. But in game 2, since we don't have it yet, you have to put in your super command mayouts. And then, in my opinion, science is food, because if you have the 10 drop food, it's like, all right, now no more BS, no more nothing. Swing B, and that's it. 30K is lethal, point blank, period. But right now, like I said, Blue Baby and Bulma, I'll give it to you. The deck is annoying. I'm like, bro, why? I just so happen to get matched up against them too. I'm like, that's so neg. Let me see.
I'll tell everybody right now, if you're thinking about playing blue and you're thinking about any other deck that's not Vegito, it's not gonna be a good game. Vegito is probably the only thing that has a chance at the moment, and that's just because blockers are just really broken at the moment.
Yeah, I got some. I've been working on some spice for Vegito for the next set. There's some. I will say there's some cards that are coming out in that set that Bandai was just crazy for printing. That's all I'm saying. And it's a blue one. And I will say, like I said, they're crazy for printing a card like that because it just has way too much to it. Way too much.
A blue card?
Yeah.
Figs, if I'm ever at an event with you again, bro, and you're playing blue, I'm taking your deck box, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Figs, bro. My goodness, why do you want to play fair? That's all I can say. Like, why? I'm not saying blue is bad, but why do you want to play a fair game? Like, why do you want to pay energy to play cards?
I love how people feel. So imagine you're sitting there playing an unfair deck and you lose to a fair deck. The feeling,
bro,
feeling
I do this all the time, Figs, bro.
A matchup like that,
Figs, I do this all the time. I build a budget deck that's like under $100 and then play someone's deck that's like 500 plus and look them in the face when I say, that's it. And they say, okay, I picked that last life up. Like, I feel you, Figs. But also, those budget decks that I play, Figs, they play cards for free. Like, my goodness.
That's the point too, though. Yeah, but you're also talking about V-Tex, which has the freest.
Exactly, Figs. Exactly. Like, I don't know. Blue, in my opinion, the reason why it was titty because it's like I said, that blue trunks was free. There was no way you could stop it. Like when you dropped it, it was like, yeah, you're God, B. Like you can't, like it doesn't come into play, so it's hard to negate it. It literally gets discarded. But ever since other decks started saying, you know what, I got something that's free too. I don't know, bro. Time started adding up quick. You sleepy? Yeah, time started adding up quick, man. Blue has some nasty cards. Don't get it twisted. I'm not by nowhere saying.
Like I said, we'll have to wait and see until next set.
Yeah.
I was gonna say Obuni's probably still the most unfair card that I've seen printed. That's like for blue. So.
Bro, I'll never give that card up. I'm sorry, but
Obuni's?
that's one card I will not let any other 4-dropper play. That card is just way too good.
If you're not playing against blue and they don't beat you,
it was still a thing. It would still be the most broken card in the game.
100%. If you're not playing against blue and they don't have access to bean, they're gonna get hit 4 times. So it's rough, man.
To have somebody drop a boonie on you, then the next turn Gogeta 7.
Ooh.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Like I said, that would be very unfair. But I mean, to be fair, regardless, like I think I don't know. You know, like I said, you have to wait and see. It's just tough for me right now because I have literally no like chance to play test. My local scene here is completely dead.
Bro, webcam battles.
I don't get on Untap. So like these webcam events are literally me play testing and playing in tournaments at the same time.
Bro, you have access to an entire team at a webcam, you snap.
I hate not playing with physical cards. It feels so gross.
Bro, webcam battles, you have an entire team, B, you snap.
Well, I mean, I'm always available for that. You already know. But,
bro, Figs, you're always available for that, but I've never once seen you posted a team chat. My son is laughing right now. I've never once seen you posted a team chat. Let's webcam battle. That's snap. You hear him, baby, and he's laughing at that face. I'm dead. Oh, man.
Your son's not involved in this. He doesn't play
I mean, to be fair, almost nobody in our to be fair, there was not a lot of us that were doing actually webcam events because before you weren't, Andrew wasn't, Jonathan wasn't, like everybody pretty much wasn't doing webcam events when I was doing them. So like I was literally one of the only ones that was actually participating.
Yeah, I was literally just you and Legends.
Didn't have webcam.
Yeah, I was just you and Legends. That's facts.
That's what I'm saying. So like for a while it was like just me. So I didn't think to ask because like I figured since y'all wasn't doing it, you guys didn't have webcams.
Yeah.
But
no, I'll do them now if you want to play test, B.
Oh, of course.
What we got? We said, Eddie, when are you gonna decide Vejex or Doug Broly for Miami? I'm not gonna lie, it's not looking too good for Projects for me. Only because of Mecha Frieza. No, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let me put it this way. The best advice I could give you is if you guys have not seen Mecha Frieza play, the closest I can tell you is go and watch the last event. Go to PPG stream and watch the Golden Frieza player. That is the most. That's so next to identical of what Mecha Frieza is gonna do to you. Where it's just, hey, I'm gonna use cards that floodgate you. Like he had the Zamasus that will hit the Bergamo afterwards. The only difference is you can't run green, to my knowledge, in the new Mecha Frieza because it's just not gonna be consistent. But he also had the fact that he could if you try a shotgun, he'll just KO your guy with the yellow green Broly. But if you want to see something that will pilot close to it, it's because of that. In my opinion, if you're playing with Jax, and like I said, I swing because my guys are free, right? But if my guys are free and they're leading me to a trap, it's not something I can just efficiently keep doing. Because my Vegeta comes out for free, you're at 15 or you're at 10. When I swim, I'm going to say no negate on purpose. Unless you're playing blue, because you could easily beam. But if you're just playing yellow, I'm going to say no negates because you have to give me a card. Like, you have to give me at least one card to stop it and get to 20. So, even if I were to combo 5k on top of it, if you hit me with one Zamasu, you'll arrest something else and then punish me. I arrest my 2 energy with Bergant. Like, to me, at that time point, you got to look at it. My free value just became an advantage for my opponent. That's the only thing from keeping me back. If Mecha Frieza was not a deck, I would 100% play Projects. Because I would, like, Projects, next set, we lost an engine, but you understand, when you're able to gain consistency like that, it's, man. You guys are making me want to sit right now, bro, honestly.
Yeah,
like, those support cards you got, yeah, I'm telling you, those support cards, it's like you gave up aggro, but once you gave up, like, you know how I said blue became, it's unbearable to play, but now when you could just even a playing field for every single person, saying, hey, listen, my deck is still broken because I play things for free. The only difference is when you now negate, you're going to give me multiple cards, and I don't have to just warp or Quetzalcoatl to do it, and this is multiple turns every single time when you do it. That, oh man, bro, I'm about to cry right now. The amount of value that deck gets next set. But like I said, Mecha Frieza negates your value, and Mecha Frieza will be a popular deck in my opinion. That's the only thing that's holding me back from playing with Jax. So I hope that answers your question.
I'm not saying it's my big brother.
I ain't know. I'm about to cry because you understand.
I think it's one of the biggest things is that because the Trunks is at 1, you just gain all this room to put some cards in there that are going to be able to assist you to kill, literally assist you to kill your opponent because you still get a lot of advantage out of it. Out of cards in their hand.
It says Invoker is free call Vegeta and it. Oh, you're talking about Mecha Vera? Yeah, but it's funny. You can ask Figs. I told Legend on my Legends, bro, because at Gamers he was literally my only loss in Slish. The first game I won the Diary. I went first. I'm telling you. I went first, I passed to him. He charged in energy, it was multicolor, and passed. I killed the next turn. He didn't have a turn. I'm like, alright, this is about to be free. He continued to reverse 2 on me, and I lost 2-1. I'm like, oh, I'm dead right now. I was so sick. I said, Legends, next time we play, I'm going to embarrass you. That's literally, like, my sideboard was the way it was. Because I'm like, Dark Broly players, I can sacrifice that slot and just have to be the better player. But I said, I'm going to get a Legend. It was worth it to me because I wanted my payback and I wanted to be streamed. Be like, that shit still hurts, bro. The way he reversed. Bro, you don't understand, Figs. I killed him off 1 energy and this guy proceeded to just, like, manhandle my eyes the next 2 games. It was bad. Like, it was embarrassing and bad. Bro, I'm so scarred, bro. But I'm actually kind of happy because I took out my 2 cards that were for Dark Broly and I haven't seen anybody on it yet because I put in the 2 extra cards that destroyed the Vegeta. Yeah, for Dark Broly, the main match?
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say that now, bro. You guys will see next Sunday, I'll tell you that. You guys will see next Sunday.
I mean, what they're saying in the chat, I wouldn't say that Dark Broly has a free matchup against Evoker.
No, I didn't say that at all.
I've won plenty of games.
No, yeah.